This is the Plumb TV, where we get down to the truth.
Welcome to the Plumb TV show, where I'm your host, Andree Clark, and we have a special guest, Simone Jones.
Hi.
Hey, how y'all doing today? We want to continue to talk about, continue the journey of Deion Sanders and the many things that he has done since he's changed teams. You know, he went from Jackson State to Colorado State. So with the switching, you have a lot of comments. It's a hot topic right now, and you should see where the different medias are trying to determine what he's thinking and what the Jackson State crowd is thinking. So with that, we're gonna get started. I want to talk about the pros of him being at Jackson State, with him being the leader that brought the team from out of having a negative record to winning back-to-back SWAC records. He got the Jackson State built a new stadium, a new athletic department. He got them also a couple of contracts from major contributors like Walmart and American Airlines, and he got a lot. He got Michael Strahan that's then stood up and invested in the team, where he bought them outfits so they could travel in. So with that, he made major headways. But you know, when anything that you move on from, you know, you also have negativity too. So with that, they've been showing a lot of negativity of talking about he's a sellout and he threw the kids under the bus while he was trying to, you know, elevate himself. He used the kids as a ploy to elevate himself. When I feel that wasn't the problem, I feel like there are many things that he did from the program. He established a new blueprint for the HBCUs. He also demonstrated morals and ethics for us raising the kids up and being a father figure to them and changing their whole concepts, even improving their grades by 90%. So with that, you know, they always talk about the athletic, but they never talk about the educational part. So with that, I also want to talk about where do you feel, Simone? We need to some of the points we need to discuss.
Okay, yeah, great. I know we wanted to discuss today. We wanted to give just reaction to basically how the sports world is reacting.
Yes, this is an upstir. It's in an upstir.
Yes, Deion Sanders, it's like he's been a big spoon and he's stirred the pot.
Yes, he has. Yes,
across all the conferences, really, across the college football world. And so we wanted to talk about some key groups and people reacting to him leaving JSU for Colorado as the head coach. And first, we wanted to talk about the Alabama State coach.
Oh, Eddie Robinson Jr.
Yeah.
They came on and made a statement that Deion isn't SWAC. So, you know, we want to approach that by saying that it looked like he was more than SWAC because he started and made a movement.
Right.
And a lot of people joined on the train and rode the train, and he won championships. He changed the environment for us being in the HBCU. He changed the image, the profile. He brought light on a lot of different areas that were hidden, where they needed the support of somebody that had mindset like Deion, you know, to make everything nice.
Right, right. And you know, we had talked about before, you know, based on the Alabama State coach's response, which is really interesting. Would the Alabama State coach have gotten that top-notch trade he had if Deion hadn't done it first.
Yes.
And because right after Deion Sanders got Travis Hunter, they got theirs from Auburn.
Yeah.
And it's just interesting that he responded that way and said that Deion wasn't swag when, just like Andree just listed all the things that he's done for the SWAC conference, which all the HBCU schools have benefited from, and not just the HBCU schools. I'm telling you, the whole college football across all the conferences, the game has changed.
Amen.
And what's beautiful is that the smaller schools are at the table now.
Yes.
And it's not even just the HBCUs. It changed everybody's mindset.
Everybody profile and mindset.
And the smaller schools, I think, will have more respect.
Yes.
If they stay in this vein, that in this standard that Deion has set, it's a whole new ball game.
Yes, I agree with you. On that. I feel like his presence has made all of that, from the outside looking in, let alone being in the inside of it. You can see where he's made a video with his kids, and they showed the appreciation that they had for him.
Yes.
And all his training and coaches and everybody, the AD, the athletic director, everybody, even the alumni even appreciates him for what he has done in the period of time that he's done it, because a lot of people was expecting him to be around a little bit longer, but who are they to judge,
Look, did he do what he said he was going to come?
He done everything he said he was going to do.
He did it and more.
And more, yes, he did.
And we talked about this too. This is controversial, but we're going to put it on the table. And that is this. I really feel like it's a small-minded mentality that some people in the HBCU world are in. And some of them felt and wanted Deion to stay in the HBCU corner of the world.
Yes.
Only, and not do anything else.
They wanted them to be a prisoner.
That's not realistic. It doesn't make sense.
And you gotta grow.
There's more people in the world. There's more football in the world. There's more opportunities in the world than what's in the HBCU.
I agree.
I personally believe he came into the HBCU corner or place in the world, and I'm not saying corner in a derogatory way. He came into the HBCU corner, HBCU community, let's say community,
yes, community, made
a huge splash.
Super splash.
Changed the game.
Super splash. Changed everything.
And there was a huge check mark. Done.
Yeah. Job well done.
Yes.
Done.
Why not move on? And I personally don't understand the mentality to stay only in the HBCU football realm. And I'm thinking people thought that he should stay there and built it more. And I can see that perspective, but if people were really paying attention, they got the seed, and anybody can run with it now.
That's true. He gave them the blueprint.
That's a large mentality mindset. Go out and do more.
More than ever.
Go do greater. Go even higher, and then even as you go higher, you can bring those. You're creating a path for people to follow behind you.
Yes. A positive path, not a negative path.
Right. And it's mind expanding. It's like people know, hey, look, we can do even more than this. We can go beyond these boundaries. We can go into the top 5. Let's go into the top 5.
Let's go to the top.
And
that's what we all aim for, going to the top.
And another thing he said that was powerful, he was like, I'm not just trying to get these young gentlemen NIL, which is name, image, and named Image and Likeness, I think. I think that's what it is. Where these college students get paid for them using their image to, they get compensated for it.
Yes.
And they're concerned that some of them would just stop there instead of just going to the NFL. And not that there's anything bad about the NIL, but I love that he expressed taking the kids all the way.
Yes.
Those that are able to go all the way, to go all the way.
You should. You should.
Right. And I mean, and which will be life-changing for their entire family line. And I mean, you know, everybody in the family, it could change the legacy of the family. Why not go for the best?
That's right.
So anyway, that was interesting. And then we wanted to talk about, you touched on it earlier, the JSU football players' reaction after they won the SWAC championship.
Yeah.
What was their, we want to talk about what their reaction was when he announced that he was going to Colorado, because that footage was released.
I know.
Because there was all this negativity spinning around that, you know, the JSU fans and, you know, they were all upset that he left. But that video said something different. And so, what is your reaction to that video?
My reaction was that I was dumbfounded, to be honest with you, because I didn't really think that those kids or the program was so progressed as it is, because, you know, when kids are younger, and they are young men, you feel like when they get bad news, they take it negative, but they didn't take it negative. They took it positive, like mature young men should do. They let me know that he groomed them to let them know, as he stated, that he wouldn't be there forever. So it really shocked me to see how they was appreciative and thankful for the things that he done, and didn't have any animosity, none whatsoever, no negative words, none whatsoever, just all positive, and telling them that they loved him, and they was gonna miss him. You know? So that really got me for some young men and young black men at that. So
it was impressive.
It was very impressive.
It spoke of the character that he's instilled in them.
Exactly.
And there might have been some that have been upset, but that video didn't show any that
That
upset.
video didn't show nothing, and I have seen a video after to show the negativity from the team. It's like they not scared. You know?
Exactly.
Like he instilled no fear in them. You know, no
That's
matter what. I'm going to be here for a little while, but I ain't going to be here that long.
Come on, man. You know, those brothers, they, a couple of them expressed their gratefulness for having 2 championship rings.
That's right, from the SWAC championship.
That one brother said, he was like, look, I came from where I played ball for 4 years. And he said in that 4 years, he only won 12 games. And he said it was such a shift for him to come to JSU and to get 2 championships.
He really appreciated being on a winning team.
Right. And the sports director, I think, even acknowledged that he did what he said he was going to do.
Yeah, the AD, the dean director of the sports.
Yeah, and again, quiet as it's kept, he's exceeded that. And
I think so too. I really think so. For people to have the negative talking that they doing, they really small-minded to me. Because, you know, no matter what you do, people gonna have the peanut gallery. They gonna talk. They gonna try to make them feel bad or make them look bad. But, you know, God came in. Like he said, God led him to Colorado. Like God led him to Jackson. He said, God just got more work for him to do. Right. So when he heard from God, he said it was time to move. And that's what he believed in, and that's what it showed. Through his living.
So we're going to sit back and watch him take Colorado from the bottom to the top.
Yes. We're looking forward to seeing the new reaction on people's faces as he determined he's going to keep being a winner. So no matter, despite of what, hey, some things you just can't stop, you know. So with that, I'm glad to be talking about old brother Deion, because he's been a mentor to me, you know, to show me that anything can be achieved only if you believe in it, and you have to support yourself and believe in yourself. So with that, he has showed me the format. Hey, you can get it right too. You know?
It's been awesome. And it's just, every time I think about it, I just think of how mind expanding and limit busting and ceiling busting that it's been. And who doesn't love that? You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you got to be an evil person not to enjoy that.
Right.
Got to have some evil spirits in you. You know, we ain't gonna talk about that right now, but you got some evil ones out there. You know, but we're not gonna recognize them today. They don't get no play or no spirit or nothing in here today. So with that, we just glad to have Brother Deion working his magic. You know, from high school to college, from college to pros, 4 or 5 pro football teams and 4 or 5 pro baseball teams. He's just a winner. He's been a winner, and nobody can take that from him, being a winner.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And you know, and let's talk about, I think something bigger is cooking here. Something bigger is happening, but it hasn't revealed itself yet.
No, it hasn't. It hasn't. But
let's talk about that. I think that's good to discuss. What is Deion up to? He might not even know, but I think something even bigger is going to come out of him going to Colorado State.
I think so too.
Is the football college conference scene about to change before our eyes? Is it in the middle of a transformation?
It's the middle of transformation. I can see it as you can see it.
Yeah.
Where they're allowing the players to make money. Mm-hmm. And, you know, it's a whole different mindset once you allow the kids to make the money, too. When they're part of the sponsorship and making all the money in itself, you would think they would be able to be compensated some kind of way, but they just not opening the doors. It's young. You know, when it's young and early, people kind of get confused and do dumb things. But right now, everything looks like it's in line right now.
Right.
And Deion is just adding on to it where he supports the portal where you can open up and let the kids figure out where they want to be instead of just being out there and being locked into a team for 4 years. They opening up a portal where you can leave.
Freely leave.
Yeah, you can freely leave without no suspicion or no nothing.
Which changes the game.
Really does.
It changes the whole game.
Whole game changes.
And you know what's interesting? The College Football Network is starting to reflect the NFL Network.
Exactly. They look similar. They look very similar right now.
Ho, ho, ho. What is that about?
Somebody finna make a few dollars. That's what it looks like. Look like they're gonna achieve
Right.
some compensation, which should have been over with. It should have been done a long time ago. But you know, people like to hold things back as long as they can. And don't compensate the kids. You know, just give them hell and high water while they doing all the work.
I'm glad this changes here. And the potential of it to change the other sports.
Yes.
Areas.
It starts with football.
Right.
And basketball.
And
the major sports.
Soccer. What's going to happen with soccer, baseball, all of it. It's about to change the game.
It's going to change, yeah.
The games, which is exciting. And I love to see the distribution.
I do too. I love to see the distribution of the funds.
Let everybody get a little piece.
If they making money, they might as well get a piece and sit at the table to eat.
Right, and you know, Deion Sanders talking about the gross imbalance of what happens in the football conferences right now, where just so many schools aren't getting paid nothing, and when they do get paid, they're still not getting paid fairly, and they're getting paid to just be a punching bag for the top tier football teams.
Yes.
So, and that looks like that's about to be corrected too. So
yeah, they're gonna have to correct it because
it ought
one
not
team
be.
coming in to pay another team and they're not even getting compensated. They just making enough to be hungry.
Look,
that doesn't add up. That's crazy.
It's like a form of football slavery. It's like,
exactly.
what in the world?
Exactly.
So again, we just acknowledge and honor Deion Sanders for taking the bullhorn and calling attention to this,
calling them out,
to this injustice. And I really think that justice is about to come.
It's overdue.
Mm-hmm.
It really is overdue with the injustices of the games and the conferences and the schools.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you have to be on a certain level to be able to approach another school, even in a losing conversation, you know. But I think Deion he's sharing light in this area, which been hidden for a long time, which we haven't been able to see because nobody really wants to make it public. They kind of hide behind this and hide behind that. But now I feel like Deion, like we say, has made that change where he's changing everything.
Right.
He's putting light on things that we never could have seen or knew.
Yeah. So we're just excited to see these changes and to witness it. It's a great thing.
Yes, it is, and I'm glad to be here. And we're gonna wrap it up on this last topic. And I just want to say, keep on keeping on, Deion. Your journey hasn't stopped yet.
Yes. Go, brother, go.
Go, yes, sir.
We support you.
Thank you. Hit that like button and subscribe. And comment. Let us know your comments on what you feel Deion should have did. Or how are they accepting him as he's made this change. So we would love to hear comments from you. We would love for you to like us and subscribe to us. So thank you and have a good evening.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good night. Bye.